All right, Chris, what do you got there?
I have an Angel Eclipse LED that is between 99 and 98 manufacture date. Unique things about it has an AKA double trigger frame, a matched die boomstick, and I have the other barrel. No, the original barrel was a Jacko Infinity barrel and a Armageddon reg.
You also have the matched P-stock mount.
The only original parts from Eclipse are the body, this barrel, this reg, and this drop. So the frame, the Armageddon, and this barrel, and probably this feed neck. This is probably a cap feed neck. So it has an AKA frame. Additionally, you can't tell it has an AKA bolt, which is a bit rare. It doesn't have any of the AKA internals. All the internals are stock.
What internals did AKA offer around 98, 99?
LPR. Did they have a valve?
They did a valve. They also had
Tornado valve.
LPRs, and they also had hammers.
Okay.
What was special
And
about their
bolts.
hammers?
They had a whole suite of stuff that was to do low pressure.
The hammers that they did were stainless versus the stock brass ones, which were just for wear.
What's the weight difference?
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I can weigh it when I get home and let you know.
So the cuts that you see on this, are these the typical cuts that all Eclipse Angels had from those years?
They went through an evolution of different cuts. So this is the earliest version of the cuts. You can see it better on this side. The later ones with these ones kind of tilted and had kind of a teardrop effect. These are straight, again straight, and then later bodies there was a bit of a tapered V right here where this is just flat, and this is flat. So it's just an early body.
What was the first year that Eclipse offered a Eclipse Angel?
I want to say it was late 98.
98.
Because the LED was late 97 through 99 because the LCD was the 2000 version. So.
And this is serial number 867. So it's
and this is
decently.
the Banzai Splash pattern?
Yeah. And the Banzai Splash is a dark green with a black sponge and a silver splash.
And when we look, the Banzai pattern is a little mismatched, and that's because you suspect it was done at a later time.
Right, so I mean, you can tell the original Eclipse parts are kind of a darker forest green, where these, it's hard to tell in this light, but in a brighter light, these are a little bit of a kind of brighter green.
It could also be due to the type of aluminum that was used.
But I wouldn't suspect that because some of the parts are distinctly matched.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the AKA would have never been come out of the UK.
Yeah.
And as well as this, but I talked to Jack. Yeah, I talked to Jack. He said this would have been a product they offered.
Yeah.
And this.
One thing that might be the case with this is you should look on the G3 website, and this might be one of the guns that he had splashed, because my Sovereign is almost the exact same pattern. So it could be that he sent those parts out with the Sovereign to get them splashed. So it could be pictured on that site. It
originally would have likely just had a black breech knob.
That was plastic.
But it was stripped. So
Oh, okay.
And it has the IntelliFeed, which does work.
Well, that's the charging port. It also works as.
But it also works at Intel.
How many of the AKA frames have you seen on Angels?
Few.
I've seen like 3.
I know I've got one at home. I've got one spare frame, and I've seen this one and
Benji has a
couple others. There's very few out there,
cool.
At least as far as I'm aware.
Thanks.
Cool.